Because if you can't go live while searching for a cod piece, I mean, when can you go live?
A cod piece and a G string.
Right. All right. So I was explaining to Ignacio that there was a band, and the older folks may know who get this reference, but there was a band called Cameo, and they've got a couple of famous songs. I don't know, but the lead singer wore a codpiece, and I'm trying to. This is him now, but this is him like present day.
And does he still wear a cod piece?
And that was the thing. It was like
okay.
That was him back in the day.
I wonder what motivated that decision.
I don't know.
Do you think he's a Superman fan?
No, because I think the cod piece would extend. It would be like the whole red underwear thing.
Yeah.
But as a kid, yeah, it was like, that's weird, and I guess all the adults were like, oh yeah, it's a cod piece.
I mean, as an adult, that's weird.
So yeah, I mean, of course, AR would know. It's just protection.
Yeah. We need protection against radiation or something like that.
See, so you've never heard Word Up or Candy? Those are like the two biggest songs.
Word Up, for me, is Korn. But it's a cover song? Word Up.
Maybe a cover song.
It's a
Word Up.
World.
Yeah, but speaking of songs, we'll do the 2 minutes of stuff.
Okay, Carmina Burana, let's go.
How you doing? That's right. It's another epic.
These, and I do not know what the grade is yet, so we are going to find out together. Most likely a 9.8, but man, fingers crossed that it hits one of those higher numbers as well. So let's see. You get to see before I do. Let's see. Oh, yes! Yes! Oh my God! Yes! Yes!
Do you have to plug anything? I don't think you do. I'm on. Are you about to get plugged, dude?
Oh, no! No! It wasn't me! It was Ignacio! He's the one!
He's the one! He's the one!
I'm the chosenone.
But there can be only one.
Here we are!
Was it the Kurgan? It was the Kurgan,
Yeah.
right? Okay. I haven't seen that one in a long time. And it seems like Clancy Brown has been in everything I've watched since that point on.
The other day, I was browsing HBO and I saw Carnival. I said, I might watch this again. Sadly, it has a cliffhanger ending or a rushed ending, which is sad because I love that series. But Clancy Brown is the big meanie there, isn't he? Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah,
And the other thing, maybe you can enlighten me about this, but are you able to watch Deadwood, the series on HBO there?
Yeah,
Because
I would imagine. Yeah,
because I tried to, but it's nowhere to be found here.
that's
You can see
weird.
them. You can watch the movie, but not the series. It's nowhere to be found. I have searched for it by genre, by name, by actor, but nowhere. And if you make the search on YouTube, Google, it gives you the link to the HBO Max inside link for Deadwood, and when you
Mhm.
click it, there's nothing there.
Yeah, I'll check in a little while. I am borrowing Max.
Yeah, me
I
too.
was I was bar- I was borrowing Max for a time just to watch the Jets football show. Um, but and it's funny too now because I'm watching with the wife a show called Kim's Convenience.
Hmm.
It's about a Korean family who owns a corner store in Toronto.
A
And
convenience
the guy
store.
who owns it was the guy Al Swearingen would. You've seen Deadwood before?
No, I haven't. That's why I wanted to watch it.
All right. Well, one of the main characters, one of the main saloon owners. We were just talking about this guy on In the Mix a couple weeks ago. His name is Al Swearingen. So he's like the organized crime boss. He's like the guy who runs the town without everybody knowing. Everybody knows he runs the town.
Yeah,
But,
it's
and he deals with a guy who happens to be in Kim's Convenience, and it's one of the best scenes in the show. But hopefully you'll get there. Hopefully you'll find it, and we can
hey,
talk about the scene I'm talking about.
I can always go the pirate life, but I try to avoid it.
Yeah, I mean, if they take something from you and you can find it some other way, why not?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Why not? But let's say
Hello.
everybody here. I finally got envelopes, so
Oh God.
Las Cruces, you will be getting your stickers from a month ago, more than a month
AJ.
ago. Kyle, hello.
Hey Kyle.
Miss Mary is early.
Mary.
Now that Halloween is over, will you be changing the nocturnal part back? I don't remember if she said she was going to, if this is her time of the season. Shop, thank you so much. It is our 60th episode,
Mm-hmm.
inching ever so closer to that which now shall not be named.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Hello,
Hey Adam.
JB.
Hey Justin.
Look how young he looks in that picture.
Hmm?
I like this version of Justin, the bearded,
Yeah.
messy
Yeah, me
coif
too.
kind of guy. The illiterate. Why can I never say it correctly the first time?
I don't know. It's alliterative.
Alliterative.
There you go.
Ryan Riley.
What's up?
This guy.
Hey. Austin.
He's been bringing a smile to my face all week long. I've been showing that book any chance to anybody who wants to see it, people who don't want to see it. I'll show it. AR, Chrissy Chaos,
Agro, Greasy Chaos.
and we're caught up. Just watch.
Oh,
it's on Paramount Plus.
I mean, if we have the internet, we might as well have anything because you can get a VPN and basically get Paramount Plus. I don't know why they do that because Netflix and HBO also have overlapping titles, and you don't lose one for the other, which is crazy. That we get to lose Deadwood on HBO, its original site, for Paramount Plus. But I don't know how they deal with these things, the streaming services.
I mean, there's so many nowadays, and it's just you don't know what's on where, but alliterative, not illiterative, illiterate, illiterate, synonym, cinnamon to the stage, cinnamon to the stage.
So let's talk Austin LeMay.
Okay. I was wondering if we were anywhere else, but I'm old and I can't remember. But much like this sweatshirt we got at Heroes Con, a lot of people, I would imagine, I don't know how many people hit up Austin for sketch covers. I knew it had to be at least the entire Illuminati because, you know, I was like, look what I got in the mail today. And Mark was like, yeah, I got a box. DJ was like, I got a box. Tyler was like, yeah, I just got this in the mail.
Well, at least Tyler doesn't have the monopoly anymore.
Yes, he doesn't. He doesn't. And he's upset that he doesn't have the monopoly anymore. But this is, I'll make myself big, of course.
Yeah, please.
And there is the 9.8. Now, all throughout the process, for those who missed the unboxing, all throughout the process, Austin was like, you know, you may not like what I got going for you. You may ask for another one as I hold.
Touching tips.
As I hold this one up. But I absolutely love this. Like, I showed it to my wife. I showed it to my son. Anybody and everybody who I got a chance to show it to, I showed it to. One of the things, I mean, Austin's art and his ideas are fantastic, but that's the part that really gets me. Is like a lot of what I love about it is the idea behind it.
Yeah, it looks
And
beautiful.
yeah, booked out for a while still. Good, and I'm glad. It should be that way. It should be that way. Yeah, just the idea behind it, the whole thought, and that's what appeals to me so much about Roscoe's art, because Roscoe, he combines things you never really thought about.
Yeah.
And when I saw this one, I was like, I love it. It's been bringing a smile to my face because it's just that awesome.
Yeah, I just got into the live stream. Hey, Mike, when you unboxed it, when you opened it, and was immediate, I saw your immediate reaction. That was the first thing I saw, and it was so good.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
Yep. So there was there anyone that you showed it to that didn't get it?
No, I showed it to my wife. My wife is like, "You're wearing your wedding ring?" I never wear my wedding ring. I've never been a big jewelry guy, and I've told her that since like day one. I mean, I can go get it now. I know where it is and everything, but I've never worn it. She's like, yeah, no, I get it. It's just a little, you never wear your wedding ring. So I was like, Austin's trying to get me out of trouble. I was like, all right, cool.
Leave it to
So
Latina to find a problem. Imperfection.
Right. So subconsciously, he's looking out for me. So this little part here, I was saving for my little X-Men thing, but that's going to go away. And all of that little section of my wall is going to be all community stuff. Because I've got Dale's, I've got DJ's, I've got Austin's now.
I'm going to be sending you something soon.
Yeah, but that's only when you're in town, Chris. So. Mike, I am working on your sketch. It's going to take me a little while now. I needed a little break because you guys can't tell, but we were talking last week about Elijah having a couple of tryouts here and there for the basketball team for some other kind of sectional orchestra thing.
Yeah.
So he had tryouts Saturday and Monday for orchestra and basketball. And sadly enough, he didn't make either. So he was kind of bummed about it, which I mean, of course I'd be bummed too. Yeah, I've been working on it. But there's so much glare, like I have all the windows here and stuff, but
I have told him this, Chris. We even tried it while a couple of weeks ago. We tried a new camera angle while we were waiting to start, and it worked, but he doesn't have no balls. He's not boludo enough.
Yeah, Baludo.
Anyway,
Yeah, so he was, not surprisingly, he was bummed about it. So I've been kind of trying to take his mind out of it. I gave him the whole story about, Michael Jordan didn't make all of his basketball teams. I told him the story.
yeah, Einstein was bad at math,
Yeah. So, I mean,
all that stuff.
the odds were stacked against him in basketball because he's just learning to play the sport like over the summer. And I mean, it's been exponential growth since then, but still it's just too much to ask. As far as the orchestra stuff, his school is like a tiny part of a couple of hundred other kids, so the numbers were stacked against him there. He plays violin where there's like 500 kids competing against him. So this past weekend I took him bowling. And last night he wanted to go bowling again. So I was like, all right, we'll go.
Chris.
But the fact,
That's like saying Linda Lovelace didn't get it balls deep the first time.
shallow throat.
Sorry.
But I'm old. So all this repetitive motion, I got a sore elbow now. I got my middle finger now is little swollen. So I need a break so I won't be drawing until the swelling subsides.
That's good. You might need compression thingy.
Because I'm under a lot of pressure. I didn't realize how much pressure it is when people pay for stuff. Like, you want it to be good.
Yeah.
And especially Mikey Pancakes. I mean, I always want to please Mikey Pancakes. Mikey Syrup. Sorry, Mikey Syrup.
Mikey syrup.
So we'll see.
Who's not going to Heroes Con next year?
They have is bowling a big thing over there by you?
I mean, you can always buy a ring. Hey, Roscoe, we were talking about you. Good. Not bad.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do, Mikey. Yeah, do they bowl much in
No. We don't. We do, but not a lot.
Yeah, so when I was in my teens, I had hooked up with a whole bunch of kids who like to bowl, boys and girls. And then you add into the mix, there are Friday and Saturday nights at the bowling alley where they give you one flat fee and you can drink beer as much as you want. So that kind
That's
of
a
appeal.
recipe for disaster.
Yes, and it was midnight. What did they call it? Glow bowling? No, it sounds like some kind of gay term. But
Wait, glowing is gay? I didn't know that.
no, I don't. I said just sounds like some kind of gay term. But they turn the lights out. It starts at midnight, and all of the pins are illuminated by like a black light. They play loud music. They serve beer. So it's like a party atmosphere with bowling in it.
Yeah, I have a friend that has a bowling alley, and he gives it a party atmosphere too.
So that was like my early to mid 20s that we were doing that like once a week. So
yeah, I have gone there, but I have never bowled. I have gone there to drink beer and smoke, and that's it.
Will this be the Iggy year at Heroes Con? That's what
I don't even know anymore, man. I don't even know. I hope so. That's my plan, but you know how to make the gods laugh.
You let them know what you want to do.
Yeah.
I gotta watch both of those again. Essential movie watching right there. Yeah, I got into it for a while. I mean, it's fun. Like I said, now, like the day after, and it's just after like 3 games yesterday, my fingers are swollen, my elbows, but I'm old.
Yeah, you lose the you look you. Oh, I'm blanking on my English. Sorry.
You can say it in Spanish. Well, some of us might get the gist. Oh, now he's going. Now I
Oh,
might be. Yeah, I might be. I might have to wash,
2024. It's a crazy chaos year.
I might have to wash my hair that weekend.
Wash your hair. Your okay. I know what you mean. Oh no, I don't know what you mean. I thought you were talking down south.
But how about you? How was your week? I mean, feel like I've been blabbing and blabbing.
Dude, I don't even feel last it has been a week
These
anymore.
these past two shows, the interim between them has been.
Yeah, like it flew by. So I don't even know if I have a lot of new things going on. I mean, I've been working like everything, but this week has been more of a character designs for a client for the anthology and reading the script for the next chapter of Blocked to get in the feel of what I need to research before diving into it, and reading the script for the anthology, editing, choosing artists for new upcoming books, which is kind of weird being an artist and getting to select among different artists and put them to the test to see who gives you what. Hey, Kenneth, what you're wanting to see for a project. The other day I was talking with Ezekiel, my friend. He came by. We were working and trying colors on the characters for the anthology, and he told me about a project I'm editing, and he told me we haven't found an artist yet. And he told me, why wouldn't you? Don't you want to do it? And I said, I don't really want to do it, not because I don't want to do it, but because I'm not the right artist for the project, and I don't want to put the publisher and the writer in the position of telling me no, because I know I'm not the right one. Besides the fact that I don't have time to do it. Hey, John.
I mean, you don't see that.
Oh, dude. I don't know if sleep deprived cut it anymore. I need a new term.
We're talking about it now, and I'm yawning.
Yeah.
I may have asked you this before, but has there ever been a time where you've wanted to be a corporate guy or ever wanted to work for the man?
There are instants, moments, small glimpses of a past time in which because I've been a corporate man. I've worked for insurance companies for a long time. That was the family business, so to speak. So up until I don't know, I think I was 29, I worked in the corporate world, a 9-to-5 job per se. And I changed that year and I never went back. But sometimes when the struggle, the comic marathon gets really hard or I get really tired, I think about, what if I go back? But now I'm too old to get back to that. So, and it's just an instant, a fleeting thought of what if I stayed, or what if I need to go back, or maybe this is easier. But I know it's not, because I can do the 9-to-5 if it's challenging enough. But if I get bored, I get really depressed. Hey, Drac. If it doesn't challenge me, I get too depressed.
Yeah, and I can see that. I've been with my job, with my company, almost 30 years. And the freedom I have. I mean, obviously, we've been doing the show midday work week
Yeah.
forever. So, it's you kind of feel you want to feel some purpose, but then again,
Yeah.
it's on the other end. I don't want to work.
Yeah, maybe purpose doesn't have to come from work.
I want to. Well, when you do something for a living, I guess you want to feel valued, like your work has some kind of meaning.
Yeah, for sure. And you want to do something that rewards you and challenges you. Bye bye. Have a good one, Mickey.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, and this job for me, it's always suited me. You know, in the beginning, I was 20 years old. I was only working 3 days a week. Sometimes I would have Thursday, Friday, Saturday off. It was great. It was great.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, since I started this job, since I moved to Texas, I get to spend a ton of time with my family. I was home raising my kid.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Big night last night here in Texas. Trev
right.
knows what I'm like. Our local baseball team, the Texas Rangers, won the World Series for the first time in its 63-year history. Not that makes any difference to me, but I don't care about the Rangers. But my son, who I think is a Rangers fan, got
You don't even know.
he doesn't really let on about it. I was like, Elijah, you want me to pick up some Rangers World Series stuff? He was like, when they win. I was like, it doesn't really work like that.
Maybe he's a casual fan.
So kind of wanted him to experience, their first win. I guess as a father-son kind of thing, especially with sports stuff. But
I wanna address one comment that Justin did about corporate world, and I think about it every time I'm on a non-paid vacation. I haven't taken a vacation in, I think, 5 years because of that. Because this non-paid vacation basically doesn't cut it for me, and I need to keep. I feel like I'm a shark, and if I take time, I die. So my wife has forced me to take a weekend off here and there, but the most time I have taken off is 3 days.
3 whole days.
3 whole days. That basically I run around with the kid in some other city while my wife does shopping. And I take care of the kid. I'm the nanny. That's my vacation.
That's what it's like when he's younger anyway. But
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, there are times where I wish, like, I'll go hang out, help out over big time collectibles. I'll look at Nelson, and Nelson's a guy who's really just following what he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I think how awesome that must be. But on the opposite end, it's like it must be terrifying as well to kind of bet it all on yourself.
But if you don't, who would?
Exactly.
That was my approach.
Yeah.
But the other thing that I thought is that when I didn't even quit my corporate job. I knew it was going to end, so I had a plan, a 1-year plan of letting go of my corporate job and starting to get more into freelance. And then I was fired.
Oh.
At the beginning of that whole year I had planned, the gods laughed at me by saying, "Oh, you had a plan that took this whole year? Okay, there's no whole year anymore. There's no safety net. There's nothing. Goodbye. Start doing what you have to do." So I start. And one of the things I wanted to do, I was with my ex at that time, and we were trying to show my stepdaughter that one could be independent and not depend on anyone else for a job. You know what I mean? You don't have to be in the corporate world to live, to make a living. So that was part of my mindset, to show the little one that, okay, this can be done in whatever aspect of life you want to, you choose for yourself. Your mom is a coiffeur, a hairdresser, and she's independent, and I'm a comic artist and I'm independent. So you choose whatever you want, but know that you can go into the corporate world and be an employee, or you can be independent in whatever the fuck you want to do. And that's what I keep doing today with Astor.
Be a boss.
Yeah, be your own boss. That's the worst boss you will ever have. It's yourself. Oh, dude, for sure.
Yeah, and I think above all, what's really should be meaningful, and this is the one thing that I've always tried to tell Elijah. I'm like, I don't care if you don't learn anything else from me. I mean, I do care, but I'm just using this point to stress.
Yeah.
I was like, be happy with your work. Be happy in what you do for a living, because then you'll never work a day in your life.
Yeah.
Then you won't feel trapped like sometimes I do.
Yeah, and you will. Maybe you will, but less often than if you were working for someone else. For example, nowadays, while doing my thing, my pages and the character design, I have the urge to do my own thing, write my own scripts. That's why the other day I sent you that Spider-Man 2099 and Batman Beyond sketch, because it was 3 a.m. and I needed to do something for myself, not for work, for myself. And that's been stirring in my mind lately. I don't know how and when I will be able to do it, but I don't feel trapped. That's the main thing. I don't feel trapped. I feel the need to do something new, that it's different.
Yeah, and then you can always just throw it up on Redbubble.
Oh, dude, I just read Chrissy Chaos comment, and I might not have my comic version of Evita, but a friend of mine and I wrote a book, and I did the illustrations for it, but we wrote it together, and we published it in Spanish here in Argentina in 2018, I think. The same year Tool got the album out here in Oculum. And it's a book, and the main character is Che Guevara. And the book is called Che Guevara Zombie Killer. And it's a comedy. So if you want it, if you want to read it in Spanish, I can send you the Spanish version. If not, there's someone editing the English version.
All right, and that's up on your Deviant Art. Is that Deviant Art? You have that up on? Where have I seen pictures of that?
Yeah, probably. Hey, Scott.
It was on Durz's stream on Sunday, and Scotty had a Super Grover outfit on.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw him. Dude, that was a missed opportunity, because I saw Drag's interview with Scott's interview with Drag. And Scott was a Super Grover, and Drag was his Drag. That was a missed opportunity, Drag. You suck, bro.
Just about Drag. Yeah, actually, Trev, we got this free at Heroes Con. They were giving them out. Well, I don't know if we put the guy under pressure to give us free stuff, but we did get it. It's free. It actually is pretty soft. I mean, I haven't washed it since I got it in...
It looks good.
May or June. But it's kind of like one of those things I don't want to wash that often, because I know it's not going to last if I wash it. Even the man himself.
Mm-hmm.
In the words of Alan Watts, if money wasn't a concern, what would you do? Then do that, and if you work long enough at this, one day you'll become a master, and someone will pay you for what you do.
There you go. There you go. And in theory, you only have to spend 10,000 hours to become a master at whatever you do. So if you start early, You'll become a master soon enough. And if you start late, well, you become a master later.
That's 417 non-stop, non-sleep days.
Yeah, well, that's probably a couple of years of your life.
Right.
And that's a couple of years you work on yourself. Whatever you do, you work on yourself. You dedicate your time, we as a world, as a species, maybe, dedicate our time to the outside so much instead of to our what our inside wants and needs. We go to school not because we want to go to school when we are young, because we have to go to school, either primary school, high school, and then someone tells you, "Oh no, you need to keep going, or you have to go to work." And when is it for me? When is my time to choose what I have to do and what I put my time into as a priority? I'm kind of selfish in that way, so I always drew in some kind of way. So I dedicated myself to myself in a lot of ways beyond masturbating. And I remember one day when I was really old. One of my first memories is we had a friend. I had a friend that had a brother at the same age as me and my brother, and our parents were friends. So when the reunions were happening, basically everyone could be with someone their age group, and maybe same taste. You know, when you're a kid, well, when you're 5, 6 years old, you like the same as the kids next door. You watch the same cartoons. You don't have a full personality. But I remember it was the dude Leonardo he was my same age, and it was his birthday, and I didn't care, and I went with my paper and my pencils, and I get to drawing during his birthday, and his mom got pissed at me and berated me because I was drawing.
Why?
I don't know, man. Okay, I'll send it to you, Creasy.
Yeah, and I guess that's where, all the cousins come into play. And, if you're lucky enough to have big families, it's going to line up like that. And I don't know.
Chris, please, wait, Chris, please send me a message on Instagram or something, just in case I forget, because my mind is all over. So I don't want to forget because it's a stupid book, but I would like you to read it, and I would just spread it around when I have it in English. But I know you can read Spanish. Hey, Flo.
Yeah, it's weird how much.
Thanks for the love.
Yeah, it's all hate. He just wants to hate. My hate fuels his entire social media career. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe one day when I'm back in New York, Flo won't be ducking me when I'm at Midtown Comics or something like that. He's always got some excuse when I'm not around. When I'm around.
Hey, maybe he doesn't want to see you.
Yeah, it's a possibility also.
Hey, they say don't meet your heroes, so maybe you're his hero.
It's going to be weird when I see you for the first time. That's when it's going to be weird.
Yeah, I have a picture in my mind, and it's as a matter of fact, it's two very contrasting pictures of what could happen when I go there. And it's I get to work and I get to hang out with the people I work with at a distance, but in person. And the other one is I get to hang out with you guys. And it's kind of two separate ideas for the same time. So I know that's going to be a tough one to balance.
And that's a callback from my getting angry on a few weeks back from, it was a Saturday night, I think it was. But it was a $25 hamburger, first of all, Bub. So thank you.
And you were across Mark?
No, what it was the wife and I had went out for dinner one night, I guess on date night, and we got dressed up and whatever, and this whole thing with being old school, you get dressed up to certain places. Like certain restaurants have a level of attire.
Decor. Yeah, attire. That's the word. Thank you.
Here in Texas, though, I find no matter what the, and I want to say price dictates what you should be wearing. Price of the food.
Yeah, there's always going to be someone with boots, cowboy boots. For sure.
Well, cowboy boots, fine, and that's okay. But everybody always wears a hat, like a baseball cap.
Oh, that's another thing. One thing is a baseball cap, and another is a 10-gallon hat or whatever the name is.
See, and the thing to me is like I was raised where you don't wear your hat in church,
and you don't wear your hat at the table while you're eating.
Right. So, but that's obviously not what goes on here in Texas. And I was upset that night because I had a nice shirt on, dressed nicely, and I don't know. Maybe that's just the old school in me, but
the old grumpy man in you.
Yeah, get off my lawn. But I was complaining about it that night.
Take off your cap, punk.
Yeah, see, and Scotty wears a hat all the time, if I'm not wrong.
Hey, Scotty doesn't know.
Scotty does know. In this case, Scotty does know.
Yeah, that's true.
But in regards to meeting people, like the convention stuff that I've had throughout, these past 2 years, like everybody has always met or surpassed expectations.
Yeah, that's for sure. Just the fact that to have the possibility of being there and hug each other, that's enough.
Yeah, and it's weird because the cynicism in me has always wondered, like before C2E2, you kind of wonder who's not going to be like what they are on stream.
Yeah.
And you always kind of anticipate a little bit of a problem with somebody at some point somewhere. And it has never been that way. It has never
basically, we keep our personas stable. Basically, we show ourselves as we are in public.
Yeah. See, and the same thing is like you expect, so we'll use Comic Journey as an example. Right? You expect him to be like, all these, and he's one of the sweetest, old school, nicest guys you'll ever want to hang out and chat with.
Yeah, he's not a couple of cocaine jazz hands.
No, not in the slightest. Cuppy too. I've met Cuppy, and it's like Cuppy will be like, "Oh yeah, I just flew in on my private jet. I'm here for an hour or two. I'm just gonna fly back home." But he's been an awesome guy too. So it'll be the same way. Like I was a little apprehensive in meeting Mark the first time, just because we hadn't met and we've always had this, and I'm like, what's he gonna be like? And it was just awesome just to meet. And he's like, you hug, and it's like, oh man.
Yeah.
So it'll probably be the same way with you.
I guess so. I might jump into your arms like a koala because I'm a small dude.
I can handle it.
Yeah, you better. I don't know if you want, but we can end up in the floor probably if you can't handle it.
Listen, and then if you can handle 15 or 20 other people jumping on top of us, that's probably what'll happen.
Oh, you think? Well, we might have to pace it. If I don't want to break you, and I don't want to be broken by the rest. So
yeah, I'm not worried about Scott Vaughn. Yeah, I think I can see Comic Man Andy hopping on, dogpiling people.
Dude, I saw his work hack this past 10 more questions.
Yeah, I was like, what is he doing? And then
He
all of a
went-
sudden I hear in the background beep, beep.
And he kept going above and beyond, and his wife and kid basically, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, if you guys have not watched 10 Whack Questions this week with Comic Man Andy, it was a pretty good one. A good time was had by all.
Yeah,
One of the
yeah.
funniest ones. But
Yeah, he went above and beyond on the whack hack. He went into a character for it.
yeah, like a Guantanamo Bay for comic books almost.
But that fire alarm was the Berserker revenge.
Yes, yes. For now, I don't have a segue other than just all right. Here's Iggy's sexy suggestion for the week.
Oh, that's a perfect segue.
Here we go.
Dynamite segue, Nick.
I get it.
So this is an anthology. Again, Don't Push the Red Button is a big one because there's a lot of creative teams, like 11 creative teams, different creative teams. I'm part of one of the teams with Marquis and Nassau from By the Horns. And we're doing the only, as far as I know, the only fantasy-oriented story in the anthology. And is the premise for each one of the stories is this: if you get to push a red button and get money, or in our case, something else, that's basically what your heart desires, would you push it if you knew someone else will die? Because once you push the button, you get what you want, but someone dies. And you probably, the person who dies. That's why there's a conundrum, a moral dilemma. So each story has that as a starting point, but each creative team has the freedom to take it wherever they want. Marquis and I went the fantasy route with a story called Endless Snow. And it's a story about a goblin and an elf, basically, duking it out to have the chance to push the red button. And I was telling Nick, like now, that in those 8 pages we get for the anthology, Marquison did an excellent job writing a story that could be a one-shot. At least a single issue, a 20-something pages comic, or even a 36, 48 page one shot. But he condensed it as a master in 8 pages of pure action and fantasy.
Ooh,
So
this is
and you have a lot of people there also. We are not the only people there. There's 11 different creative teams. And we're already working on it. So you might as well go back it or spread the word. If you don't want to back it, maybe you can spread the word.
and of course we have the links in the bottom for Iggy's sexy suggestion this week. So I have to ask,
Who is
Would you-
someone that dies?
well,
It depends on the story. It depends on the story.
would you
Because-
push that button?
Well, in the story that Marquison did, I would.
Okay.
I would, because it's not about money in this case. It's about what your heart desires, what your most inner need or desire as a being, as a person. And being a father has to do with it, with the reason why I would push the button.
Yeah, if I wasn't a father, yeah, I may be tempted a little bit more to push that button, but I couldn't. Just knowing that possibility is out there, because there's always a
Well,
price to pay.
Yeah, but depends on who pays the price. That's why I'm telling you, in the story we are doing with Markisan, I would pay the price. I would push the button. I would be willing to pay the price.
So check it out. Click the link back to Kickstarter and see what happens.
Yeah, and if you want, Nick, you can show them the designs I sent you if they want to see it. See what they say about the codpiece. It might change into how do you call it, a fur codpiece, or maybe how do you call the thing that barbarians usually wear? That furry belt that covers their dong.
So that's what we call it. It's a cod piece, I think.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna try. I'm gonna save the images because I want to see if I can maybe make them bigger.
Thanks, Chris. I mean, Scott, if you're everyone is a possibility. That's the thing. I don't think it depends on the approach of every writer in the comic. That's it. You have 11 people in 11 creative teams, usually 1 or 2 persons involved in the creation of these small stories, and everyone gives the concept of pushing a button, get the reward, pay the price, someone else pays the price. Everyone gives them their own spin. You have the freedom to make it. For example, in our case, the button is an amulet. It's a fantasy setting, and it's a fantasy story in any case. But the concept, the basic concept idea is the same. If you push the red button, this thing happens. You get what you desire, but there's a price to be paid. There's a death involved.
Right, and Iggy's first design with the cod piece I'll share now, and you guys may have seen it before.
I'm afraid. I should have gone that route. I should have done that, man.
Just kidding. Somebody sent me an email, and that was a response that I felt the need to send to somebody. But
oh, that's good. I hope that's not a work email.
No, not a work email.
So this one is our villain. And, I thought, why do we always see that scantily clad barbarian female wearing a chainmail bikini? What is the male version of that? So here's my interpretation of the male bikini chainmail bikini. Basically a useless, uncomfortable armor.
I don't know if it's useless. If somebody tries to poke him with a pointy stick there, I mean, that's going to be well protected, right?
Yeah. I mean, you are covering the parts that matter.
Not really that uncomfortable. In my experience either, it's not really that uncomfortable.
I have never worn a codpiece, so I wouldn't know. Never had the opportunity. Maybe someday I will. So this is our main bad guy. It's a dark elf. And the protagonist, yes, he has a penis sheath, Callie. And that's exactly what it is. And our main guy, our main girl, our protagonist is the goblin female warrior that is trying to push the red button to get what she wants.
Just like a woman.
Hey, she has a good motivation. So I'm all for her. I would push the button like her. I would pay the price she pays. I would go through the lengths she goes. And I think you would too if you knew. I would dare say that.
Well, yeah, it's intriguing me to say the least because of course, because of you. But there was also a story there that also has what happens to the people who are victims of the button being pushed.
Yeah. That's why I tell you, every creative team gets to interpret the same basic concept in the way they want, which is a nice theme for an anthology because it gives you enough freedom, but it has a connectivity through a through line in every story.
Yeah, I think most of us might have seen that Instagram reel where they do exactly just that. One guy walks around the office with a red button. It's like, all right, if I give you $100, would you push the button? And it's like, what happens if I push the button? Well, somebody in the office dies. First guy's like, nah. Second guy goes, do I get to pick the person? No, it's just random.
No.
Third guy is just like, all right, if you hit the red button, somebody dies. He's like, he doesn't even hear it. He's like, but you didn't even hear the premise. He's like, do I get to pick the person? No. And he hits it anyway.
Yeah, someone's gonna die anyway.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't think there's an amount of money. Like I said, especially since I'm a family guy now, I'm like, but
I would like to say there isn't too. I would like to agree, but I don't know if I'm that good.
50 million.
Yes, I
You
push
would?
definitely. Yeah, $50 million.
50
Yeah,
million.
for sure.
No matter who.
Hey, I mean, if my son dies,
You can always
then
make another one.
there's no purpose anymore. And I pushed the button. I chose incorrectly, but I'm willing to take the chance that I get to give my son $50 million as an inheritance, because it's not even a 50-50 chance. The chance that that particular person dies, of course, in a narrative sense, it makes the most sense to tell the story of the father that goes to that risk and pushes the button to give their son the inheritance, and the son dies. That's the most interesting and rich story. But what happens after that, you know?
Mm.
Who wants to read the story of the dude that, okay, I'm gonna push the red button, and then who died? My mother-in-law? Okay. My mom? Okay.
Then it would
My
be
mom
a
died,
50
but I get yeah.
a $50 million party it'd be.
Yeah, that's it. Even if my mom died, I get to have $50 million to give to my son. And he would live a different life than I lived, and he would have another problem. And maybe when put to the test, and when his morals, when his resolve is put to the test in the future, if he pushes or not the red button, he will say no, because he doesn't need it.
Yeah, we know that's a myth. Yeah, most of the time he does.
I like to go either for the bright side or the dark side. I like to go to the extreme.
One extreme or the
Because
other.
yeah, because it gives you a different perspective.
Right. You know, and in the end, it always winds up.
Oh, no, 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 no! No! It wasn't me! It was Ignacio! He's the one!
In the end, yes,
in the
it was
end.
me. As a matter of fact, I struggle with gray areas the most. I'm. It's easy for me to go to the dark or the bright, easy and fast. The balance is what I struggle with the most.
Right. It's either you have a goatee or you don't have a goatee. If you have to have the Rob's mustache,
Dude, didn't I say I'm not gonna keep this?
no bueno. Goatee, no goatee, nothing else in the middle.
Yeah, well, I need to fix that because it's getting annoying. But I'm a slacker, you know.
Believe me, I know. Believe me, I know. All right. Well, we're gonna cut it here. It's been an hour, and an hours went by like that.
Yeah, like our week just went by like that.
Yeah, I want to say that this week is going to be a little less, but probably not. Probably not.
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to go. There's a yawn. Excuse me.
Oh yeah, that's right. I understood everything you said.
But yeah, we're gonna have to go car shopping this weekend.
Oh, I wouldn't just wish upon that upon anyone. I hate that. I wouldn't hate to have the chance to go car shopping, but I wouldn't do it even if I had the chance to go car shopping.
Well, it's never a quick experience. Even if you know what you want and agree on a price, you're still there for a few hours. But that's not the case because we are shopping for the wife this time.
Why don't you let her go and choose herself and use
Because
the?
she won't.
Then
And
she
the
doesn't
ironic-
get a new car.
No, well, she needs one because it's actually a hassle on me now.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, no, I mean she doesn't even want to drive, which is the ironic thing. She doesn't when I'm available, she doesn't. I'm the chauffeur. So I'm gonna wind up driving her right there. Yeah, that's nice.
Wait, there's a Turkish version?
There are a few Turkish versions. There's one that he won that actually has the somewhat of a regular cover. Like Turkish editions are a little bit smaller. Have you seen like the Turkish editions?
Yeah.
This one's a little smaller. He won from Economics and Comics, Billy over there.
Nice.
Yeah, I was jealous. I wanted to win that one, but enjoy. But my wife does not know what she wants to drive, and she has no clue about cars or anything like that. It just winds up being the last time we went car shopping, the one she picked and the one she always picks. The last one was $95,000.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like,
No.
no,
You don't even want to drive.
no.
You should
No,
get her an Illuminati mobile for her.
No, but then we'll be paying medical bills.
Medical bills.
She won't. In fact, the last car we had, we just got a car last year, and she crashed it into the wall of the driveway.
Dude, F-150. There you go. That's your car.
The second day, bro.
Dude.
Now, so could you imagine spending $95,000 and then
No.
wrecking it?
You should buy a used and beat up F-150. And there you go. That's it.
Yeah.
And she can crush it and she can destroy it, and it's not a significant amount of money. And if she broke it, okay. We might sell the scrap and buy another one for cheap.
I should be married to you. That's who I should be married to.
Yeah, well, that's what usually happens among dudes. We tend to simplify things, and then when we go to the actual experience with our partners, with our wives, things go sideways.
As a gift to you
Okay.
and your hemorrhoids.
Oh,
I have not. It's been sitting on the press.
that's so
since that
considerate.
day. That day.
The reveal.
So let's check the progress. And I think this book is going to need a little bit more work too, but I don't know. So this book was given to me by Remy Q. I don't remember even the video that they unveiled this book. That's not bad. That's not bad, but it still needs another one.
There you go. Dude, it looks really good.
It is flat. It was M-shaped for a bit.
It has a little wave.
Yeah, a little bit of a wave.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna humidify it again and then stick it in.
It's looking good. It's a little noticeable at the top from here. Yeah, that's it. But it's really good. Yeah, on the side it looks good. I think the top part is the most affected. I think from my perspective, from here.
Yeah,
a world away. Yeah,
there's a little wave right there.
but it's looking better than.
This will go back into the humidity chamber for a while and another press. But yeah, the M-shaped Miss Marvel #1.
And the colors on that really hold up.
Colors are pretty good. I do have to give it a little bit more of a clean. David Letterman. But yeah, I was that one's a little. Yeah, in America, there are these these camps, like iPhone.
Oh no,
Android.
they're the same. They're the same here.
Same there
Ford
too?
and Chev. Yeah, yeah. It's. I think it's global
Okay.
because it's the same as Ford and Chevrolet.
Yeah, I don't fall into either of those camps, so.
Like, dude, I don't even do soccer, so imagine that.
Well, the first time Christy brought it up a little earlier, Evita's last name was Perone.
Yeah, she was married to Perón. Yeah, but her own maiden name was Duarte.
Okay. Don't Cry for Me, Argentina.
That's the woman. Yeah,
Made famous here by a Broadway play.
yeah, and Madonna played her.
Madonna played Evita. Yeah. I haven't thought about that in decades, so my brain still does work
Yeah, it still does.
for useless things. For useless things that doesn't benefit me at all.
It still works. That's the main thing. You have to make it work in your benefit. You know it works. Now make it work in your benefit.
There you go. All right. So I want to say thank you as usual to the chat. Thank you so much. We love you guys.
Thanks for joining us.
We love, Iggy and I would talk anyway.
Yeah, of course.
But we like to have the audience, so to speak.
Because they take us places that we might have never thought about going.
And hopefully we can impart a little wisdom unto them as well.
The wisdom of don't do what we do.
God, that was so stupid. Don't ever do that.
I mean, that wisdom
sort of.
Is not committing the mistakes someone else made. That's wisdom.
Just a way I learned not to do from my dad. But yes.
That's it.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody.
Yes, it's going to fly by.
Yeah, probably. But here's the outro. Love you guys. See you later.
Bye-bye. Love.
Fuck, you guys already saw it? Let me see it. Oh! Shit! Oh! You'll see that?
So, Tyler, do you want to build a snowman to blow away all night? It doesn't have to be a snowman. It can be me.
I'll be clipping that too.